Hello everyone, welcome in. Here's a look at your headlines for today. The latest on a Schillinger Road homicide, a high school brawl sidelines football players, and a grocery chain announces a new policy change. All that and more coming up on News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Hello everyone, welcome in. I'm Catherine Brook, and it is Thursday, one more day till Friday and then the weekend. And welcome to News 5 Now at 5:35, where we'll be talking about the 5 big stories, our question of the day, and of course our result of our daily Facebook poll. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's start with the 5 big stories of today. All right, with number 5. Florida-based grocery chain Publix announces customers will be allowed to carry guns inside stores under the state's open carry law. The change comes after a judge ruled Florida's open carry ban was unconstitutional. While the company will allow weapons in their store, they say employees will call police if any customers create a dangerous shopping experience. Shoppers have mixed reactions. Publix has more than 800 stores in Florida. And for now, Aldi, Winn-Dixie, Target, and Walmart are not allowing customers to openly carry guns in their stores. And with number 4, a News 5 update. The woman accused of kidnapping her daughter in Orange Beach and taking her to Mexico is now in Escambia County, Alabama jail. This is the booking photo for 23-year-old Haley Harris. 2 weeks ago, Harris allegedly picked up her 3-year-old child for an approved 48-hour visit. However, investigators say she almost immediately took her daughter on an international flight. Homeland Security agents eventually found Harris at a home in Mexico, arrested her, and brought her to the U.S. The daughter, Kione, was left behind in Mexican custody until Saturday, when her father was then reunited with her. And with number 3, Alabama's High School Athletics Association is looking to get last month's lawsuit filed by state leaders dismissed. The association has filed a motion to dismiss the lawsuit that was filed over a rule that requires students who transfer schools using school choice funds to sit out a full year. The association believes Governor Kay Ivey and the House Speaker Nathaniel Ledbetter do not have the jurisdiction to handle cases under the AHSAA. The hearing is scheduled for November 21st. And with number 2, the Foley High School football team could be missing half of their starting lineup when they play Baker tomorrow night. More than a dozen players have been disciplined after a brawl involving teammates after last week's loss to Fairhope. We interviewed several parents who wish to stay anonymous, afraid to speak out in fear of retaliation from the coaching staff and school administration. One parent said that walking into the scene was absolutely horrible. The Fairhope Pirates defeated the Foley Lions 38-13, the team's 4th loss of the season. Foley police confirmed there was a fight after the game in the locker room and say the players handled it. They say there were no charges and no arrests made. Parents tell us that some players involved in the fight were taken to the hospital for medical attention. Parents of the players were called to a mandatory meeting the following Monday at the high school. Parents who attended the meeting say they were asked to put away their cell phones and to not put anything on social media or broadcast media about the meeting or the incident Friday night. In the meeting, parents say they were told by coaches that players were facing disciplinary actions. Those same parents tell us it's almost a dozen. Parents told us they were told by administration that some players were suspended and some were kicked off of the team. We reached out to the Baldwin County Public School System for comment, and they routinely do not comment on student disciplinary actions. All right, and with number 1, new details about the moments before a man was dragged for miles to his death. Mobile police say the victim was simply trying to be a good Samaritan when things took a dark turn. A man found dead outside a home on Dawes Lane, 2 miles from where police say he was run over at a Circle K gas station at Schillinger and 3 Notch in Tillman's Corner Wednesday night. Police say the victim, identified as 57-year-old Sam Walker, approached two people having an argument in the gas station parking lot. The suspect, 30-year-old Jacob Cross, began punching and kicking. Cross then allegedly ran over Walker with his vehicle. Walker became trapped and was dragged for 2 miles to cross his home on Dawes Lane. The body as well as the vehicle were found at the home. And that is a look at our 5 big stories of today. And thank you again for coming in and joining me today. I'm happy to be here. So let's go ahead and without further ado, let's go to the question of the day. Let's go here. All right. So what is the most heroic thing you've seen an animal do? What a interesting question. I think I saw a post on social media once, and it was a dog. There was a child that was like playing outside, and like these 2 bears came outside and was approaching the child, and the dog single-handedly fought off these 2 bears and had them run away. I thought that was the craziest thing, and dogs are very loyal animals, and same with many other animals around the world. But that is just one of the things I've seen a heroic act of an animal do. So let's see what you guys have said. I'm very interested in this. I am a huge animal lover. Alrighty. So Leslie said, I got lost in the woods up north, and so I asked my Labrador Shadow to go find Daddy. She beelined me right to safety and my husband. That's awesome. My parents' dog was barking a lot at the door, which was unusual. He opened the door and the dog ran straight across the street to an elderly man that was lying on the sidewalk. This was years back, so that sweet pup isn't around anymore. Oh, that's unfortunate. And, you know, that dog was a hero. And especially too, they, you know, I feel like they have this intuition of like when things are wrong, you know. Wayne said, brought me out of the woods when I was about 4 years old. Wow. I wonder what animal that was that brought you out of the woods. Okay, let's do a couple more. Walked down a path with my horse following me. This is what Stephanie says. A snake was ahead sunning. I didn't see. He ran away of me and he stomped it. Okay, so the horse stomped the snake. That, you see, the loyalty, it's awesome. I saw a panther and a bear help a lost boy out of a jungle. That is nuts. That's cool. Well, thank you guys so much for commenting the question of the day. Those are pretty cool. And again, I love hearing like very wholesome stories about especially animals. It just makes my day. But let's go ahead and let's do the poll of the day. We have the final results in now. And so the poll of the day is, do you ride the rides at amusement parks? I love roller coasters. Back at home in Virginia, we have a place called King's Dominion, where I was from, and Busch Gardens. That as well. Love those. I grew up going there all the time with my brothers. Anyways, moral of the story is I love amusement park rides. I am not afraid to do any of them. So anyways, 45% of you guys said yes, and then 55% of you guys said no. Well, I totally get it. Some of them can be really off-putting, especially, you know, when injuries and accidents can happen. You know, that's never not a possibility. You know what I mean? But all right. Well, thank you guys again so much for, you know, joining in on us every weekday and sharing what on the question of the day and on the poll. So here's what we have for tomorrow. So you can go ahead and answer the question of the day on our Facebook page. Who are you honoring for National Breast Cancer Awareness Month? So just you can go ahead and comment who you are honoring this month, and you can go ahead and vote in our next Facebook poll. What are your thoughts on Turning Point USA hosting a rival halftime show? And the halftime show, I believe, right now that is scheduled for the Super Bowl is Bad Bunny. So I guess it's the rival halftime show to that. So yeah, we will be back here tomorrow, and we will put those results out there and share those and what you guys have to say. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. You can go ahead and you can follow WKRG News 5 on Facebook to be notified when News 5 Now streams live every weeknight at 5:30. And we're just minutes away from WKRG News 5 at 6 o'clock, and then we'll be back here at 9 and on Gulf Coast CW on our sister station, and then back at WKRG News 5 for 10 o'clock. And thank you guys so much for joining me today. It has been a pleasure, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week and especially your weekend. Thank you. Enjoy.
covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.
In the courtroom, the judge knows best, and this judge does too. If you've been hurt in a wreck, you need a law firm that knows the system and how it works. I'm attorney David Green. Call or come by anytime. You never need an appointment.